I was wrong and I was right. I still think the game is a 7 out of 10. Right? For like regular people, probably a 10 out of 10 people who already enjoyed Vindictus. I think that one I got right. Given that I only played an hour of the game, I didn't know some things. I didn't know about the shared tree. I didn't know you could swap your character to other characters. Okay, I didn't know that like a lot of stuff are like kind of like account wide. So like the weapon upgrades are not, but like you have the shared tree. That's cool. Does this change that much? I still think this game has a core problem. I think it's a really fun game. So when I first played it for the first hour, I didn't find the combat very fun overall. First of all, I played Lan. Lan is the original that I played Vindictus like the original with. But Spear Lan, the two-handed sword always felt a bit off for me for some reason. But also, I still think Lan is probably one of the weakest characters in this game. And as you can see, my experience playing the game was not that great. Like I had like random fucking FPS spikes, whatever, and yeah. But like I don't know what it was just my PC. I restarted it and everything seems to be working fine. But yeah, the boss fights are actually really good. I think there are some stuff that's like a bit annoying with telegraphs, but like you kind of get them at some point. Like you don't notice telegraphs first couple times, but every boss has a save point right before it. Honestly, this game will probably be just a boss rush type of game. This is what I wish from like Elden Ring in many aspects. Just like a boss rush mode, right? The boss fights are really like what makes the game fun, and I think this is also true for Vindictus. Getting to the bosses was a fucking pain in the ass. I think it was like 40 minutes 30 minutes I think for like the first boss. Like once you finish the first area and you have to do like the like have like this void shard whatever that like you can replay a boss. Um After I did that, I think it took me like 30 or 40 minutes to get to like the next actual boss. I don't A lot of the bosses I like just because they have a boss bar, I really couldn't consider them bosses. Like they didn't do anything special. They seemed like just like a bigger version of like the trash mob, and like their abilities were like not that different overall. Um, Pretty much everything was like one shot. Now you can see I'm playing with my follower, but honestly, the only difference between me playing with and without my follower is how much running around I do. That is literally the only difference. I thought like maybe like what, maybe I'm not gonna play with a follower, like I'm better than that kind of thing. Like I just don't, you know. But the way the game plays, like I would need to run around a lot. Like the bosses deal too much damage, all things considered. You don't have a lot of recovery options. Like they're very limited, and it's like two big hits, and you kind of like especially if it's early on, you might as well just call it a fight. And there are a couple times that I was just like I got hit like at the intro. I was like, fuck it, just kill me, man. I don't even want to start the fight this way. Like it's just a waste of my fucking time, right? I do like that the bosses. So far, I haven't noticed that they have like a very specific pattern. Now there's a pattern once they do the attack, but there's no like patterns in like knowing which attack they're gonna do next. For example, in like Elden Ring bosses, right? Um, Take Malenia. Malenia is a very predictable fight. Okay, kind of like exactly like, oh, she did this, she's gonna do this next. She did this, she's gonna do this next. Oh, she didn't do foul dance in a long time. I'm bet if I like run up to her now, she's gonna do foul dance, and then you run in and she starts doing foul dance, right? Like there's a lot of like predictability in the AI. Here, a lot of the attacks actually have very almost like identical start to their motion that you're like you have to like once the attack happens, you know which attack is coming. right? Which like takes a lot of learning and stuff like that, which is great. I like that a lot more, where like a lot of the attacks are similar, but because of how he does the attack, you know, like how wide the swing is, how fast or slow the swing is, how much the wind up for the attack is, even though his hand is positioned the same way. So let's say he wants to do like a swipe, so there's like a quick swipe, then he'll do like a second swipe. But if he does like a holding swipe, you know it's a 4-hit combo, right? Stuff like that. So I do like that, where it's like it looks the same, but it's not. So in terms of the bosses, I think the bosses are pretty good. The problem I have is that the combo will get really fucking stale. The options, I don't know how much they're gonna add. However, based on the skill bar having the Y, A, B, and X, right? Like on my remote, on my controller, right? I'm not gonna lie, I do not like the skills. The only skill I actually like here is my A skill, like the dash, only because it goes into a combo of like dash 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 dash. That's fun to use. Even that will get stale very fast. The other abilities, they do the same thing. One does more damage than the other. The abilities don't really play like they just don't matter. Like you could just like called ability A, ability A, ability B, ability B, ability, and just like give them a random damage number and a random cooldown. Their animation is cool and all. They don't really matter realistically. Like there's no, you're not using it in a certain way. You're not like maybe some of them might have a combo. Honestly, one of them I unlocked the combo. I still don't have the combo, right? I think it just does one extra attack during the ability, which actually puts me in danger. But other than that, like this is like very small semantics. But the abilities are really just like they're kind of useless. They're just there to do damage when you have the time to do damage. Most of the time, I just charge in, double charge, spam two abilities, run around, double charge in order to like, because like he will hit something and he's not gonna get staggered anymore. So I run away, do a double charge, then use the last ability, and then do another double charge, and then I just run around, see what he's doing, and see if I can attack. Okay, literally every boss after I unlock the 4 abilities and start playing LAN, basically this whole frost area, I've done the same exact thing for every single boss. And honestly, most trash packs, same exact thing. So trash packs, I didn't need to use 3 abilities to kill something. There were like the elite trash, whatever, that have more HP. Those ones, yes, I did the exact same thing. It almost doesn't even matter what the boss can do. I do the exact same thing. Solo the bear, which I, by the way, I didn't kill him. I'll try it today to solo the bear. I killed him in a group. I'll try to solo the bear, but it's the same thing. Charge in. Bear actually doesn't get staggered at all, as far as I can tell, or like at least I didn't stagger him, and he attacks right away. So like I charge in, he does his usually 2 swipes. I dodge them both, and then I unleash 2 of my abilities, dodge his next set of attacks, and do a double dash again, use my 3rd ability, and do a double dash, and then I'm just running around, waiting for opportunities to strike, literally, right? So in that regard, I think the abilities are actually like counterproductive. But the problem is the combat itself is it's kind of boring. There's no combos, like there are combos in like your thing, but it's really like during the fight, here's your 3 combos during the fight, okay? Realistically speaking, these are the only combos practically all players, obviously maybe like some pros out there will find a use for the other combos, but these are the main combos you use. If you're playing LAN, it is basically like you dodge XY or you dodge Y, okay? If you run at him, you dash, you like run at him and do Y. I'm not talking about outside of the abilities, right? Just like what you do in combat, right? If your abilities are on cooldown, you sprint into him, you Y, you dodge, you XY. If he did like a full combo and then he has like that moment where like the boss is like breathing and like you have an opening, XXYY RB. That is literally the whole fight, every single time. And after that is just dodging the damage that you take. Okay, find the opportunity, do this thing. Okay, with Delia, which I played her on the first zone. On like I made a brand new character because I wasn't like happy with Lan, and I didn't know you could just swap characters as so I just deleted Lan. I made Delia. Delia is the exact same thing except instead of like dodge Y, you block Y. I'm going to assume the shield chick block Y. I'm going to assume the heavy guy is something more of a probably closer to Delia or like maybe like something in between Lan and Delia. Okay, I don't know if he has a block or he has to dodge or like what he does. Okay, maybe he's just a tank. I don't know. Right? I honestly like he's so unappealing. I just don't care. Like fucking swinging a pillar. Like I don't know. Like don't find it interesting. Okay. But the problem is the monotony of the combat. However, they are likely going to bring all 22 characters, and this is like why this game, in my opinion, is a 7 for like regular people, and might be like 9 or 10 for Vindictus people. They are likely bringing all 22 characters that you have in Vindictus 1 to here. The bosses, even though some of them are like like all the first zone, kind of like basically this first zone of honestly no, even like the second zone is very similar to the zone to like Vindictus 1. Okay, so like these bosses, I think their like mechanics are slightly different. It definitely feels better to fight here than Vindictus, the regular one, like the Vindictus one. Okay, in many aspects, and it looks cooler. So this is what this game um is gonna be so great for, and hopefully when it releases, it has like at least 10 characters. And this is why I say this is like what would be great about it, the follower system. And not so much because you have a follower, but because you can swap between the characters. I think that is such a good mechanic in this game. Being able to play any of the characters. Now, I'm going to assume there will be some unlock method to it. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to just unlock all the characters willy. Maybe like you're gonna get some of the basic followers, and then the other ones you're gonna have to unlock in one way or another. Hopefully not pay to win. Hopefully you just need to like unlock them in some way, maybe story, I don't know, something, right? But because you can swap them, like literally, like I'm like, oh, I'm fighting him with Lan, I'm not having a good time. Like this boss, let's say, does a lot of like blue attacks or whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch to Delia. Delia has a good counter for blue attacks. She does, in my opinion, better than Lan. Lan has like to have a perfect dodge in order to react. And honestly, I dodged blue attacks with Lan multiple times. I can count like probably 2 times did my dodge so perfect that I actually got a counter attack after it. Okay, and I don't even know if like all blue attacks can give you a counter. I'm assuming yes. Meanwhile, with Delia, it's a lot more forgiving because there's a bigger duration for her block and then to counter. Okay. I can't believe I lost this. Wait, did I lose this shit? I remember. Yeah, I definitely lost this. Oh man, that was so disappointing. So yeah, so that's like the biggest thing that I think Vindictus will have going for it, and the boss rush that you can do here. Basically, you're using it to farm materials. We'll see how it goes. I am 99% sure this is gonna be like you need to kill this boss, and this is again a big boon and something that like probably will be very fucking piss a lot of people off. When you clear a zone, right? When I clear Hoarfrost, and we'll see if I get to the point where I actually beat this boss. It's like way over here. Because I fight the bear after, no? Yes, I have a bear. So like somewhere there, like was it in 10 minutes, which I think I'll be talking then. Still, when you beat all of the bosses, clear the map. Okay, you are able to re-challenge every single boss, and it has a 5-minute cooldown between challenges, so you can just go bounce between bosses. On face value, at face value, at face value, this looks like a fantastic thing. However, The only way to farm certain things would be to kill certain bosses. I am 100% sure there's no way that the last boss in the zone is going to drop the same things that the early bosses drop, because this guy is a lot harder than the other ones, and they drop the same thing. Like their drop table is the same. Okay, there's no way. Also, there's no way that it's going to be 5-minute cooldown all across the board. I guarantee there will be a skip mechanic, because this is a free to play game. There will be a skip mechanic to skip the cooldown, and certain bosses will likely, again, not guaranteed. Let's say this. Worst case scenario, okay, like it's probably a better way to say it. This is what I am worried about. Because of the system of the cooldown between challenging bosses, I believe they will make the important bosses have a longer cooldown, have a time limit, like an attempt limit, and the only way to do them more often would probably be pay to win, right? So let's say in Vindictus 1, I believe like in order to get like the white bear armor set, which by the way, this game for some reason doesn't have armor sets, it has appearance sets. We'll see if that changes or not. But in the other game, in Vindictus, you have armor sets. Okay, pretty sure they weren't just cosmetics unless they changed them at later point. I didn't play in like 8 years, so I don't remember. Honestly, dude, more probably 10 years. Okay, the what do you call it? So like in Vindictus 1, you have armor sets. To get the polar bear set, you need to kill the polar bear a lot. If there is going to be a cooldown on attempting the polar bear, that's not going to be great. If there's a daily limit to getting polar bear, it's not going to be great. Okay. If there's going to be a way to pay in order to get to do the polar bear, that's not going to be great. Okay. And then also consider you're going to have multiple bosses you will need to farm and stuff like that. So it's like, it's just going to be, if they make it more than 5-minute cooldown, and if there's going to be a daily limit attempt, I think that's not good for the game. Okay, that's worry number one. Worry number two. There is too much Gunner shit in this game. Now, Vindictus 1 has Gunner shit too. What I don't want it to get to is the point of Terra Online, where you just had like vehicles, like you had a car. You could buy a car in a game that is supposed to be like a medieval time. Okay, that makes no fucking sense to me. Okay, I don't want it to go. And again, you have maid outfits here. You have like some weird, very modern like office appearance. I think that's like it's too much. I get the whole like hot characters and all that stuff, and like we have gooners. Sure, give me more sexy armor that might fit the genre of the game. Don't fucking give me this gooner bullshit maid outfits, like sexy maid, not like actual maid outfits, like the sexy maid outfits. I don't know why I'm playing with this shit. Um, like the sexy maid outfits, office look, all of that weird fucking thing. Did I just go back or something? The fuck just happened? Oh, yeah, this is me updating my gear finally. I decided to upgrade my gear. Okay, male character, like for LAN, honestly, they all kind of look like shit except one set. But yeah, in terms of like the cosmetics, and again, right now you're able to test them pretty freely. That's not gonna happen. Okay, you're not gonna be getting Hanars or whatever you want to call them as drops. This is all gonna be a paid thing. Okay, the weapon system, personally, not a big fan of how this works. Okay, but also I can see the benefits of it. So you craft the weapon, you unlock the weapon, you can what do you call it? You can enhance the weapon, but all of the stats that weapon gives you goes onto like your character kind of thing. Okay, so you never really equip the weapon. The equipping the weapon is just cosmetic, realistically. Okay, so you're just equipping the weapon for cosmetic, but the upgrades themselves is what matters. Crafting the weapon doesn't matter in terms of like your benefits. Enhancing the weapons that you crafted is what gives you benefits. Like this is what gives you damage. Okay, having a status window is completely useless. Upgrade more weapons. There's really like no no customization of your character in terms of like which weapon I want to use, what stats, or anything like that. Like I want to go for more crit. You don't even know how much more damage you're doing because there are no damage numbers unless like I missed it in the options. Okay, this game, again, for what it is, I think it's a 7 out of 10. But this game is literally just here's some combat, have fun. There are no damage numbers. There's no way to feel like you're better in terms of like your gear. For the most part, you are better at your skill in this game, which is fantastic. But I also don't think that a game that solely focus on having your only ability to get better is your skill level rather than being able to out gear or out level a zone. I don't think that's great design. And I'm not talking about like, oh, you're gonna get to level 60, you'll be able to like demolish level 15. Sure, that would happen, but you won't be able to demolish level 50 zone unless you have the skill for it. Okay, and that is a big detriment to a lot of people would not like it, right? The great thing about stuff like Elden Ring, and by the way, the only reason compared to Elden Ring is because they called it a Souls-like. I personally do not think it's a Souls-like. This is more of a boss rush kind of game. Okay, but the only reason I'm comparing is because they call themselves that. Not being able to outgear a fight will probably be very not appealing in the long run. The fighting, like I said, not that great. Like, it's great, but it will get stale really fast. Their only strength in here is releasing more characters because it's not like you can change your weapons. Now, as far as I know, in Vindictus 1, I don't know all the characters, but I know Lon, for example, has two one-handed swords, and he has two one-handed spears. Spears I liked a lot more, but spears are a lot more dangerous. But you get to like dodge around, you get to move around more, so that's why I like spears. Even though like I get fucked up a lot easier with spears because like you're all over the place. Okay, but it felt better to play. It felt more fun to play right now, and also like my spears did more damage. I upgraded them more. If you're gonna have a variety of weapons for the characters, which I'm assuming probably will happen, I can assume Delia with her two-handed sword, she might have a two-handed axe. Okay, assuming the guy with the pillar might have like boxing gloves or some shit like that. I think that's what he has in Vindictus. I never played him. I just personally don't care. Okay, about the guy. Sword and shield. I don't know what else she can have, but it's like options are limited. Maybe I don't think she's a dual shield type of person. Um. So yeah, so that's my biggest concern is that the future of this game, in my opinion, is not. It's a bit bleak. It's a bit bleak. People will get tired of the combat because, again, like I said, you are literally doing the same thing over and over, right? Your possibilities are very fucking limited. Your abilities, right, like these things, are really fucking limited. Even if you unlock 8 of them, you can only use 4. And again, like I said, 3 of them, these 3, honestly, I don't care that they exist. They're just there for like a lot of damage, and they're great at like increasing stagger. But I don't care that they exist. Like they're not adding anything like to my game, right? Similar to like how like in this map you had a lot of like pull onto like some wall to pull it down type thing, and it's like okay, whatever. Like once, twice, fine, but like you do it 4 times, you're like, dude, like, why is this even here? It's just like fucking delaying me. Like the cinematic movement is just kind of like, I don't think you're selling much of a world here. You're just selling combat, and like, you know, everything else feels kind of off. Like these are like obviously really semantic things. Not having, not being able to teleport from location to location inside of the town. Honestly, dude, the town's way too fucking big. Just being able to teleport from like the temple to the command table is like that's fine, but like everything else is like going to like the huntress, going to the inn, going to the blacksmith. Man, this takes like forever. And again, I don't know why this bothers me so much in this game specifically. I mean, shit, I played like World of Warcraft, okay, for a long time, and I had to like travel a lot. But World of Warcraft were selling me on the world. You're not selling me on anything other than the combat. The story is mid, the world is mid. All you're selling here is the combat. And I mean, even look at this fight. Like all I'm doing, right, running around, waiting for him to tire himself out. X, Y, okay, do a double dash, wait for it, okay, boom, double dash, because I know he's not gonna attack right away. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, okay, now we have our moment to attack. X, X, Y, Y, dash, dash. Well, I messed up the combo, but that was basically what it would be because he just, if he does a red or a yellow attack, usually yellow attack, he's gonna tire himself out right away, right? So there you go. He does a yellow. He's gonna jump or something, a roll, and then he's tired. So now I can do X X Y Y double dash, X X Y Y double dash. Right? If I had abilities, I would do abilities. Right? So it's like I have nothing. Like this is literally like every fight. Okay. Yellow attack. Okay, he's gonna be a bit tired. I'm gonna have a bit of a window. He does a combo. Again, X Y X X Y Y. Like, or if I have my like my dashing ability, I'll do the dashing ability. But this is every fight. This is literally every fight in the game. I am not even kidding. It doesn't matter what the boss you're fighting does, or can do, I guess, grammar. It really doesn't matter what every boss in this game does. Okay? Jesus, I can't. Grammar. It doesn't matter what every boss in this game can do. Okay? They have 4 or 5 rotations. They are pretty randomized to an extent, okay? They are somewhat randomized. I can't tell you. I fought like this guy, for example. I think I fought him like 10 times. I could not tell you what his next ability is, aside from like one time when he does like the blocking thing. I know he's gonna do like a swing, big swing, and then he's gonna rotate and do like a charge. Okay, and these are not. They don't feel like as the same attack kind of thing. They feel like there is the pattern. Other than that, though, I don't know what the next attack will be. But I also don't feel too afraid to approach because the him showing the attack is pretty good compared to like some, or like it's more like it's easy to get away. Okay, it's very punishing if you get hit, but it's easy to get away. Okay, I can literally just like, if I want to beat every boss in this game so far, all I have to do is run in circles. Run in, run out. The boss will do some bullshit attack while I'm running. Do like the dash, double dash attack. Run some more. He does the bullshit attack. Double dash. Run some more. Double dash. Run in circles. Run in circles. Run in circles. Double dash. Double dash. Double dash. Run in circles. Run. Like I can literally do that, and I can beat every boss in this game right now. As it is right now, I can probably beat every boss in the game. Even the bear. The bear is like, honestly, is a joke. Okay, it's, however, that is not a fun way to play it. The fun way to play it is to actually challenge the boss, get in their face, dodge properly. I like to play that way, but it's kind of stupid that like you can just do that because there's no stamina system, right? And I don't know how I feel about stamina system, but I know that like not having stamina system at all, like no penalty for sprinting in front of the boss, no penalty for dodging. It just makes the bosses like laughably easy, if you want them to be, right? And again, this can be a positive and negative. I don't have like, I can see it as a positive, as in like, well, any player can beat any content. It's just gonna take them longer, and then if you're skilled, you don't have to do that as much. Yada yada. It also gives you a window of opportunity to go around and heal. Blah 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 blah. Yes, I can see it both ways. It feels cheap. That's all I'm gonna say. It just feels kind of cheap. Yeah. But anyways, like I said multiple times, 7 out of 10. This is just a random rambling of an idiot who just beat the demo. And like I said before, if you really want to get good at this game, play Vindictus 1. Like, honestly, just play Vindictus 1. I lagged here. Like, you saw the screen freeze? Yeah, like, my dodge didn't go through. So, yeah. I'm gonna lose to the bear instantly. The bear really doesn't have a lot of HP now. Like I did the fight one time. I was like, okay, I've been playing like the game for like a few hours, and I was like, okay, I need to like stop. It is addicting. It is really fun to just fight bosses. It is, and like figuring them out and like outsmarting them. It is really fun, and I don't think the fun will be very long lived. Like that's the only thing. I don't think the fun will be very long lived. I don't know the bosses like patterns right now, and I didn't feel like just like running around. But like as you can see, like the trajectory of the attack is actually like pretty good overall. Like you can land trajectory. Like the first of all, the follow through is pretty good. Like you have to dodge pretty much on time. That's good. Like I have no complaints about boss mechanics. I think the boss mechanics are fine. I think the character, because it has like no HP and no potions, having infinite stamina is what like counters that. But I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's weird. It's a different approach for sure. But yeah. Anyways, I'll definitely be playing this a bit more. I do like the boss rush, but yeah. So let's summarize it. Okay, what do I think is good? I think having all of the characters, um, like the ability to use other characters to do the content, and they basically level with you, and the progression is literally account bound. I think that is fantastic. I love it. That is great. Okay. I think the boss fights fantastic. I think being able to refight the bosses, if it stays as it is in the demo, which unlikely, but if it stays as it is in the demo, I think that is really fucking good, because you just make a boss rush out of, like, for yourself. You go here, you kill this boss, you jump to the other one, you fight that boss. By the time you fight that boss, maybe the first boss unlocked. If not, if you're really fast, you go to the third boss and you just do yourself like a boss rotation. You're fighting, or just like ping pong between bosses. Just go do random bosses and just like come back and whenever and just fight some bosses. I think that is good. I don't think it's a long term plan though. Okay. Um, what I don't like, I do not like the way the progression works. The progression feels really fucking useless. Like, tell me, oh, you leveled up, you do +2 damage, +5 HP, yada yada. You don't feel it, you don't see it. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no damage numbers on you, on the enemy. This practically does not matter seeing this. Okay? And, the infinite stamina, I think, is problematic for the reasons I mentioned. I think the skills are boring. I think the combat will get stale really fast. And this is a very personal gripe, but sitting at the flame and having to click rest as well is fucking stupid. You should be auto resting when you click that flame. I know why it's there, because you can just go fight someone, go back, let's say like a skill ability drop, you go back and then you like level up the skill and then you go back into combat. It's like, oh fuck it, this guy respawned. I can see that being annoying, honestly though. Like it really doesn't matter, especially like when you're just doing the map, like you're finishing the map in order to unlock the boss repetition, like the boss fight mode, boss rush mode. It doesn't matter. Like just let me, if I see the flame, just make it so that I rest it automatically. Because honestly, right now it's faster to teleport to a flame, even if you're standing right next to a flame. And again, this is like a matter of like 3 second different. It's just such an annoyance, right? Because I had so many times where I go to a flame, level up abilities, I forgot to rest, I go out to combat, it's like, oh, I don't have potions and I'm at half HP. Like, come on. Like, fuck off, right? And also, lack of ability to regenerate health in combat. It's kind of bad. Amount of health you have, just amount of survivability in the game is really bad. But that is countered by being able to run indefinitely and literally spawning right outside the boss room, kind of in most cases. There's a bit of a run in some of them. Some of them are like pretty much like you're like right there by the boss. So yeah, yeah, man, that the resting is gonna kill me. Oh yeah, and I hate the gooner shit. Like too much gooning is too much gooning. Okay, some gooning, nah, that's fine. We have the degenerates. They deserve like something as well. Too much gooning, like you're trying too hard here. Like just, and again, Just put her in a bikini at that point. And honestly, no, bikini is not even as hot as like the secretary. I'm not gonna lie, the secretary is like a lot hotter than the bikini skin. But it's too much, man. Like, make it at least kinda thematic with this. You know, give her a full body armor where like her tits are like out and she has like a bathing suit. Like that would make more sense than most of the outfits that are available. Right? Like it's just like it's so dumb. Right? And I'm not trying to make it like, oh, it needs to be realistic. I don't care that it's not realistic, but it has to be kind of thematic with the world. Okay, it has to kind of make sense. All right, there's a certain time zone in this world. There's no way you have like super futuristic skins that make no sense for this timeline of where it is, right? Like this is supposed to be, let's say, Dark Ages kind of, not Dark Ages, like Iron Ages kind of thing, right? Where they just discover iron, they're discovering steel, whatever, like that. Those are the ages, medieval bullshit. Okay, there's no way like you're getting like, and again, maid outfit, I can probably understand. Office, not so much. Okay, because maids have been around forever. Anyways, these are semantics. It's just me rambling. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.